to Lobotomy Corporation, Episode 2. So, we're picking up where we left off. I made a couple of their characters, Tasha, who is one of my cats, and Piper, who we're going to sacrifice to this thing right here. So, today I will be trying to finish up with the information team, and I will be reading the abnormality backstories and to get all of them done. So, let's get into it. Alright. I should see. Oh, Jesus, it's gonna be a lot of reading. A silent abnormality that understands the conflict between good and evil. Its empty eye sockets stare at all those who can counter it. A giant skull that is attached to a cross. It wears a crown of thorns. It floats about 2 meters above the ground. While its appearance is bizarre, it is rare to record an incident of violence against employees involving this abnormality. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. The assigned employee must kneel before it. Standing appears to be acceptable, and present their evil by confessing their sins to it. The way it feeds is unknown. We've cataloged the sins a person can commit into 3 levels. Level 1, small liar action that either goes unnoticed or can be shared in jest. Level 2, sins that are more serious and only shared with the closest of friends. Level 3, sins so profound that they cannot be shared with anyone. These will be taken to the grave. Employee redacted has been assigned to confess a level 1 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased 12%. Employee redacted was assigned to confess level 2 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased by 15%. We signed an employee redacted to confess a level 3 sin. 1 minute and 48 seconds after the abnormality was sent in, a bright flash of light was seen. The light was so bright that it could be seen outside of the containment unit. Immediately following the light, there was a facility-wide power outage. The phenomenon lasted for 2 hours. Employee redacted lost 6 years of their memory. Further experiments were canceled. Scientific ethics decree that all footage of those who participated in the experiment is to be kept sealed. However, the incident left us no choice but to review the footage of the containment unit. Employee redacted. This happened during redacted at around 4 p.m. Anyways, there is a railway about 20 minutes from my house. Some of my good friends and I decided to dress as forest animals. One of us chose to go as a deer. It was a crude costume. It could hardly be called one, to be honest. Just a pair of clumsily made antlers and a dark outfit with some deer-like spots on it. I don't know how our deer friend wandered into the woods. We didn't even notice he was missing for maybe an hour. We searched for him and finally found him in some bushes. We called out his name. I'm not sure if it was from relief or finally finding us, but or what, but he started sprinting towards us, and that's when we heard it. Gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. When I came to my senses, I saw his blood splattered all the way to my feet. After that, not one of us dressed up as an animal ever again. That's all, by the way. Is this really supposed to work? Observation log number 435. Its eye sockets are empty. It is a skull after all, but I doubt it's blind. It certainly has a gaze fixed on me, and I can somehow feel that it is listening to me. Confessing to it does lighten my heart, admittedly. Afterwards, we investigated the incident in the employee's hometown to get a better picture. We learned that a boy named Justin was shot and killed in a deer costume by hunters during hunting season. Unlike the employee's confession, Justin was repeatedly bullied by other kids. Witnesses say they heard a kid shout, "Run, Justin, run!" right before the gunshot. After the incident, the kids at the scene moved out of town, and deer hunting was banned in the area. Wow. Alright, let's move on to crumbling armor. This one isn't as much. An armor that seems to have been used hundreds of years ago. An engraving on its bottom states, "Life is only granted to those who hold no fear of death." Obviously, putting this armor on is forbidden by the company regulations. There have been rumors of employees pretending to put on the armor for fun. Please look into this immediately. This armor was secured from a museum. The information below is the fragments of its legend. The armor once belonged to General XXXX, who joined the War of XX during the year of whatever. It was a family heirloom passed down through many generations. The general always wore this armor to keep himself protected. By a stroke of bad luck, however, an arrow flew into a gap in the armor, killing him instantly. Somehow, the armor was undamaged. After the death of General Blank, the armor was presented to Commander Blank of Battalion 00. The commander was always seen steel-clad each time he set out into battle. During one of his battles, the commander fell from his horse while fleeing from the enemy and died due to a fatal injury upon his skull. Still, the armor once again remained undamaged. There are many others throughout this armor's history who have had their hands on it, and each and every one of them has died in battle. Meanwhile, the armor still kept its pristine condition. Over the years, the armor made its way to a warrior named Blank. He was known for simply keeping the armor in storage, not wearing it for a single battle. Eventually, Blank died of old age, participating in dozens of wars without sustaining a single injury during his lifetime. The armor's right arm became damaged, but there's no sign of exterior impact. Blank's family later donated the armor to a museum. After running a few tests on the armor, we have come up with the following conclusions. If the armor is worn by a cowardly employee, their chances of fatal injury and death are drastically increased. Inversely, when an employee who holds no fear of death wears it, their chances of injury and death are exceedingly decreased. One of our personnel managers suggested an entrance test where interviewers, this game is translated from Korean, so there will be some spelling errors. Well, one of our personal managers suggested an entrance test where interviewers wear the armor and walked around it for 10 minutes. This suggestion was immediately shot down. Okay. This abnormality is a phenomenon with no visible form. It was discovered when an employee began to exhibit shared symptoms when entering a specific area of the facility. They all suffered hallucinations of a specific nature, and their mental corruption increased. After setting a radio's frequency to 1.76 megahertz, we waited. Following 12 minutes, a mysterious voice was heard through the static. It was difficult to make out what it was saying, but it appeared to be in distress and was asking for help. 17 minutes in, the voice stopped, and three loud explosions were heard, which were then followed by two smaller explosions. It can be assumed that the station the voice was in was chaotic, as based on the various levels of screaming that could be heard. 23 minutes in, all was silent. Once 25 minutes passed, the radio began to emit smoke. We thought the machine had fries, but no faults could be found. Continuing past 30 minutes, everybody in the area was suddenly filled with rage and started to exhibit the desire to assault one another with extreme aggression. Following the incident, all employees who took part refused to seek counseling. We couldn't make it mandatory as no one was injured. It is still unknown what caused the collective rage. Afterwards, unknown noises and hallucinations started to occur near the containment unit. This is a recording of the day we must never forget. It brings us to a chaotic place, forgotten by many, that must never be forgotten. Right, this one doesn't have a story. Hode. Alright, yeah. I'm not reading all that right now. I'll read Scorch Girls though. It takes the form of a girl burnt to ashes. Even though there's nothing left to burn, the fire still doesn't extinguish. Matchstick impales the girl's body like a stake. Usually, the match is always lit, while the abnormality shows no signs of activity. Because of this, employees often speculate that the matchstick may be the abnormality's true body. However, recently, the ashen figure was seen crying, according to witnesses. The charred body represents the girl's crumbled hope, while the ever-blazing flame represents the obsession for affection. It's always in conflict with the contradiction between these two. We paid a boatload, and that's all they have to say. Well, she's a ticking time bomb. No one can tell if she's in a good mood or not. We just hope that we won't be the one blown up before entering the containment unit. She won't get any better. We can only try and keep her from getting worse. I, ne- I never thought the abnormality would be able to escape. Maybe we were getting careless, but it seemed that all it could do was burn up the match stuck in its body. Yes, our response was a bit late. Most abnormalities that try to escape would attack the employees in front of them, but this one didn't show any aggression towards the nearby employees. Instead, it headed to a different department, the most crowded place in the company. If we didn't suppress it at the door, half of the people here would be in one piece. Wouldn't be in one piece. All right. Alright, let's get to work. Gosh, I can work on one sin. Alright, let's work. Let's have Munchkin work instinct on this thing. Alright. Instinct seems to be going pretty well. Wow. Instinct worked very well. The abnormality changes their facial expression at certain intervals. However, when faced with another person, their changes halt. From smiles to anger, they have 5 levels of facial expression, dubbed Phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No special circumstances came from Phase 3. Phase 2 showed an increased success rate in the employee-healed SP when work was successfully completed. Phase 4 showed 150% damage dealt during work and the success rate declined. Phase 5 showed 200% damage dealt during work and the success rate drastically declined. Oh, so Munchkin went on. What? What happened? I don't understand. What in the world happened? Scorch Girl preaching. What? Okay. Well, let's retry the day. That was insane. Yeah. Munchkin over here. There. Attachment. Shake work. We need to get it while it's on a good face. No. Okay, that face is okay. He's melting down. Listen. Maybe instinct isn't the best thing to do. See? Right now. Oh man. Munchkin, I thought I told you to move there. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Recent, there like 40 more seconds use of that. Oh no. No, you can't. You can take that out. No, I don't think Tasha's ready for that Russian yet. Where is that thing? And where's Snowball? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. This is bad. Press Pote. Where's Scroll? Where's Scroll going? You two? You two need to get out. Munchkin. Leave. Munchkin. Oh. This is not going well. Right. Piper, who's there? Alright. Onwards inside. Snowworks instinct. Munchkin. Move there. Why did Scorch Girl and Pode breach? Oh, no. Munchkin. Let's try attachment. Oh, great. Shy looks. Oh, no. That's not good. Here. Snowball, you move there. Tasha. Jake. On Munchkin. You can take it. Munchkin. On. Munchkin. Munchkin. You need to heal up. Go in. Instinct. Snowball. You know that instinct somewhat works. One, yeah. I don't think Tasha can on that yet. Munchkin just needs to heal up. Oh. Tasha got the ego gift. Nice. Good job, Snowball. Wait, okay. Okay, Tasha, you need to not be in that room. Alright, you three, suppress those. Wait, what are you? Wait, where are they going? Please press those. Jake, you join them. Tasha, just get on that. And then I think Owen. Yeah, Owen. You stay behind, you're on low HP. Rest can suppress that. No. Just need to make sure none of the one dies. Oh wow, Snowball's attack has splash damage. I didn't know that. Oh wow, everything's common. That's great. Just that. Bunch we need to wait until Shylock has good face. That's not very good armor. We get the weapon instead. Alright. No. Alright. Oop. Munchkin, you can work on that. Oh gosh, wait, no, we have 3 meltdowns. So let's just go and work on that. Snowball work on that. And need to wait for Shylock to have the right face again. Good face. No. Alright, I think that's it for this workday. I can send Snowball to work, or I mean Tasha, work with one sin one more time. And ugh. What is that? Alright, if everyone's done with work, we'll just complete this day. Alright. Good day. That's it. We tried a couple times. It literally makes it into the safest place on earth. The tree simply reaped from what it sowed. Eventually, the intellect loses all meaning. Alright. Manager, among these 3 letters of the alphabet, A, B, or C, which one will you select? C sounds nice. So you picked one? Good. Now please listen carefully. Alright, the letter C. Not a bad choice. Persons who select C believe that the process is more important than the outcome. Therefore, they are good at planning ahead and enjoy change. They'll be able to gain insight and attain inner growth without being confined by the rules. This is a new pastime among the employees. I find it rather uninteresting. There is no scientific basis behind the observations, but it is admittedly a little fun to waste time with these tests. You know, maybe I could imagine whether I would have been this or that kind of person if I were human. Is it too odd for me to think about that? No, Angela. The letter Z. Zoo. O. Ox. Hey, that's cheating. That's not a place at all. Doesn't count. Oops, I didn't know you were here, Sapphire Sod, sir. Sorry, I know we aren't supposed to slack during work hours, but he insisted we... What? You started it. You wanted to get back at me for last time, remember? Shut it, you dork.
I'll think about the appropriate response for this case later. You two focus on your work.
Of course, Sapphira, sir. We're sorry.
Looks like the word chaining is starting to become one of the more popular pastimes here. You happen to enjoy word chaining, manager?
Assad begins to get lost in thought.
James, you know you can't enter the cell for work when your mental corruption level is above 80%. It's against the rules.
I know. Just this once, please. You know what happens if I fail to finish the assigned work regime. Besides, you know how Sally went in at 82 one time and came out fine, and I'm only at 81%. Please? Come on, what are friends for? Act so strict and then the employees will end up isolating you. It'll be so lonely. Just kidding, even if all the employees were to hate you, I'll still be your playmate.
You know, the word playmate has no place in this corp.
Whoops, my bad. Anyways, can I please go to work now, my lord Assad? Don't forget that I cut you some slack yesterday when we were playing Word Chain.
Fine, but just this once. And make sure to take a psychological examination right afterwards.
You bet. Thank you, Assad. See you in a bit.
At times, I see hallucinations when I change my clothes. Through the clothing, I can see my skin covered with festering oils. Of course, my body is perfectly fine when I open my eyes. It has come to a point where I've begun to find the sight of my normal skin strange and unnatural. I cannot help but ask myself, why is my body intact? Why is it not rotting? I've asked the other Sephiroth about those visions, but it seems I'm the only one who experiences this.
6 attachment works. Alright. Next day. Alright. So... let's increase Jake's temperance. And Owen... let's increase his temperance as well. Jake's level 4 employee. Let's give Owen the so cute. Actually, we should have... yeah, let's give Jake so cute. He goes to... we can also give that to Jake. Alright. Next day. You can use that, Owen. Three minutes. Alright. Nothing seems to be happening. Wait, no. Stats regarding justice will increase greatly when behavior adjustment is correct. However, all stats regarding prudence will drop at the same time. We can have, I guess we can have Owen work while doing that. So we need to get up your attachment. Attachment. Everything seems to be going okay with that. Move, yes. The weather, right. Dora will enter a panic if were to return behavior adjustment within 30 seconds of equipping it. Will die shortly after showing abnormal behavior. Okay. One of those. Alright, it's good. We can add snowball. Oh. What is that? Advantage. Normal. Alright. Alright, that doesn't seem too hard. Yeah, not too hard. Oh, Owen just almost died. Let me have fallen away before working on some more stuff. Ooh. So work attachment. Jake worked that. I think brushing, some brushing work. Oh, completely forgot about this. If the wearer's SP hits 0, behavior adjustment. Alright. Purple. Munchkin. Any other meltdowns? No. Alright. Ooh. That's good. Black damage? We don't have any black damage weapons yet. Alright. Still spawn. Oh no. Gee. Oh. Russian. Russia. Alright, and I think that's it for this day. Got the sacrifice someone else to that. How much is 5? Alright, we need to have Russia finish up here. Alright, and that is... Wait, we just need one more attachment work for the information team. Why not just do that? Link up there. So one more option. I guess we could go and do 4 more for this, but I don't want to. I don't feel like it. Alright. Nice work today, team. What? Manager, is there something wrong? I see. Will you just wait a moment? If you cannot bear to look, you should close your eyes. There, I fixed it. There was a system error. How strange, it shouldn't have been so easily compromised. It's a technology originally developed during the war, now widely used for commercial purposes. And it's not that impressive of a technology, really. The human brain is fragile. Seeing such a cruel and shocking sight may unintentionally lead to momentary shutdown of the brain's functions. If a manager like you were to suffer such a reaction, it would be troublesome for me. So I installed a cognition filter in your display. While the cognition filter functions, dead employees will look like cute dolls splattered with red paint. Abnormalities, even those who could ravage your mental state, but just by being in your sight will be reduced to normal toys on the screen of your office. Our eyes are opened. That's the first time that's happened. Trust me. Before the cognition filter was installed, many a manager lost their sanity on that seat. Cannot allow you to join them.
That day, James released 2 abnormalities on purpose, and eventually 3 clerks and 4 agents were killed. As you may know, having 2 abnormalities breached and losing 4 agents is a rather significant loss of manpower. Of course, it was I who ordered for James to be gunned down. I know the kind of place we work in. I'm not regretful for the fact that I was unable to stop him. It is that I regret having developed a personal relationship with him. I was careless with my position and let my subordinate exploit me. Chatting games, yes, all of it was fun. James was a good joker, too. Of course, I had fun playing with Word Chain. We grew so intimate that I would forgive his trivial rule violations. But the price I had to pay for the error I made was not trivial in any way. Manager, this is a Lobotomy corporation, if you haven't seen already. We see body bags every single day. It's a lonely place. Sometimes you'll feel the urge to share the stress and anxiety with someone else, to have a friend. But manager, whenever you feel lonely, please remember what happened to me and try not to make the same mistakes as I did. You will be able to get over the meaningless deaths that way. I envy Angela. She is truly a heartless monster. People say that I am too rational. Yasad the cold-blooded machine. Yasad the viper. Yasad the cool and emotionless. A frigid being who won't even bat an eye at the deaths of a dozen employees. I won't deny that I deserve the reputation. However, whoever built this place has to be a much more cruel person than I am. Sometimes I wish I were an AI without emotion. A vague sense of sympathy will only cloud your judgment. You are bound to mistakes that way. Why would they place AIs with emotion to handle the facility if they were well aware that emotion would only get in the way? Do you know the answer?
Without a bad work result. Day 10. I'm gonna take a break in the recording before doing this day because I've gotta do something. So I'm just gonna get everybody in armor. That. Then he goes. Yeah. Actually, I don't think I want Owen taking more white damage. Although let's switch him and Tasha. Alright. Need to get that for Shylock. Got that. Confirm. I can hire someone. Sacrifice to the weird machine thing. Actually, I should. Over this is being that because it takes less red damage, so I can have Owen in that armor. And I think I'm good for the next day. I guess I'll read Poday's backstory. This abnormality was created with the ideas provided by tumbling backer Lee Eun-hee, a super fluffy, ultra cute puppy with white fur like fresh snow. This abnormality is so cute that just taking a short little glance at it will make you feel so much better. It has the eyes of an angel and it is the purest thing in the world. Further descriptions of this creature have been omitted for brevity's sake. The rest of the sentences are essentially just saying, it's so cute in various ways. This little abnormality couldn't be evil at all. The only thing you have to worry about is your heart aching if you look at it too long, because it's just so cute. In fact, employees who enter this abnormality's containment unit tend to lose themselves a bit, and often need to be forcibly removed from the unit by other employees. Caution needs to be taken, as the assisting employees can also become captivated by its cuteness and become lost as well. Attempts to bring the abnormality out of its unit may occur from time to time, but this is not a concern, as they are typically prevented by other employees. When too many employees want to work with this abnormality, a lottery will be held to decide who gets the privilege of doing so. Our employees tend to show symptoms of mental regression, such as oddly toned speech with high pitch upon entering its containment unit. But it seems that this is only temporary. I'm guessing that Angela wrote these. Many of our employees refer to this abnormality as the goodest boy in the world, Pode. However, its official designation is simply Pode. Please make sure you don't get confused. Every employee who enters its containment unit must upload a video or photo report of this abnormality. This is extremely uber important to ensure that nobody misses this step. A company of this size will always have a rumor or two floating around. I heard that you can hear someone's bones breaking if you walk the hallways at night. If you try and track down the sound, you'll find a Yeti who's eating one of our employees. However, we don't have an abnormality that looks anything like a Yeti. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Everyone who has eyes has seen this thing breach. John, you should be thankful, dude. You got a lucky chance to get to work with the goodest boy in the world, Pode. It's bapping me with its paws. Is this an attack? John, he just wants you to feed him. Don't you know that it's a trend in our company to always carry a packet of dog food or two? Jacob, well, I don't really like animals. John lets out an irritated mumble. By the way, this little puppy's pretty beefy. Is that how dogs usually are? I guess it's one's played a lot of catch, huh? John, we used to play fetch with him pretty often, just to watch how cute he was running after the ball, though we stopped for some reason. Hey, Jacob, hey, did you see its face when I fed it? It was super creepy, I swear. John, it's just your imagination, man. He's always like our little angel. Isn't that right? Who's a good boy? Jacob, geez, does this thing have some kind of power to mentally manipulate people? No idea what you're on about, Jacob. Do you, little buddy? The little cutie pie, do you? John, did you wait for me, Pody boy? Jacob, hey, it's eating something. Aren't we supposed to be the first people in its units today? John, my little good boy was just hungry. Man, he's just so cute. Look at how he's numbing on that. Jacob, what the hell is it chewing on? Shit, I knew. That's James' finger, man. He went missing during the last patrol shift. Can't you see the nail? Remember him bragging about having a heart painted on his nails? I told you, dude, this thing's up to no good. John, I can't believe it. Who? Jacob, this abnormality's the killer. I get that you're shocked, but I told you a bunch of times that there's no way a cute pet could be harmless in this place. Man, I'm glad you finally came to your sense. John, who wouldn't feed him on time? Jacob. John, poor little guy's been starving all night. It's so heartbreaking. Jacob, well, I think we're supposed to suppress it? John, how could he even suggest doing something so heartless to a cute little good boy like this? I just look at his eyes. How could an innocent animal do anything wrong? Isn't that right, you good little cutie boy? The abnormality shows no reaction. Only the sound of a bone being gnawed on is audible. Jacob, dude, your little angel is gnawing on our colleague's finger. John, what are you, a newbie? Don't you know everything cute is forgiven here? Jacob, I've never heard that. I seriously don't think it's true. We gotta tranquilize it. And if you won't, then I'll do it by myself. The sound of a tranquilizer dart being shot, being fired can be heard. John, no! The abnormality begins to whimper. The recording cuts off after a bit of shouting. Following the evidence, I'll provide in the recording. I request that Jacob be immediately demoted for firing such a thing at Pode. Okay, Angela didn't write this. A terrible, evil animal abuser has no place working in our company. Our goodest boy in the world, Pode, has been traumatized. Traumatized by this incident. He'll only 5 kilograms of his favorite snack now. To help him cope with the trauma, I suggest we request a new snack for Pode. Premium grade salmon rich with vitamin B. I'll be waiting for your reply. Your requests have been accepted. P.S. In your next message, please make sure that you attach 5 different photos of the goodest boy in the world, Pode. Thank you in advance. So wait, okay. I don't think Angela's writing these. So I think that I am gonna end this episode now. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you all in the next video. If the audio still isn't right, just tell me. Too loud, too quiet. Thank you.